Hey class, if you're working on your rotoscoping project, I want to show you an easy and fast way to download your videos and then convert them into an image sequence using Adobe Media Encoder. Let's get started. The first thing you want to do is open Adobe Media Encoder. It takes a while to open, so just find it in your Launchpad or however you access your applications. Next, let's go to the web, and I'm going to go to Pexels and select their videos. And I found a nice video by Chris Munick that I'm going to download. Now, I do have an account with Pexels, so you may need to sign up for an account. So I'm just going to click and download, and then you can always give a donation, copy the attribution, and you should copy that and paste it into a text document. Okay, so now that the document has been downloaded, I'm going to go back to Media Encoder. In here, I can go to File, Add Source, or just go to the little plus sign in my render queue. Actually, before I do that, I'm just going to make sure that my file is located in the folder that I want it to be. So it's in my final project folder. And I'm just going to rename this the artist that created it. And I'm going to put down Pexels just so I remember the name and the source. Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to go back to Media Encoder and click on the little plus sign. I'm going to select my video in the browser and hit open. And you can see it's going to select the format that I had used previously. So now some of you will click on this button. I don't like doing that. I like clicking on the names themselves because that's going to bring up a window with more options. So please don't click on the down arrow, just click on the name. And then we can go to our export settings because we need to change a few of them here. Okay, so format, we're going to do Jpeg, and you can see that it changes to a preset of Jpeg sequence match source. It's going to give me the output name here. Click on this, and this is where I want you to make a new folder. I'm going to click on new folder and just call it his name. And in this new folder, it's going to have this video. So I'm going to shorten the name of this video just to his name. The reason I'm doing that is because Adobe Animate does not like long file names. It won't work. So even if you have underscores, sometimes spaces, it will reject it. So just create a short name for this. And then the last thing we need to do is go down to our video and see our settings. So if you scroll down on the right here, you can see that you can change your frame rate. So I'm just going to check this box. So normally we work in 24 frames per second. However, we want this to be on 2s. So we're going to select 12 frames here. And Adobe Media Encoder is going to chop up the video and bring it down to just 12 frames per second. Perfect. If you want to do any cropping, you can do that over on the right here. But once you're done, hit OK. Then it's the world's smallest play button right on the right. And you can watch as it finishes. So let's go to Adobe Animate, and I'll show you how to import your images. In Animate, we're going to go to File, Import to Stage. I'm going to navigate to the folder with all of the individual files and open that. And I'm going to select the very first image. So it should be either 000 or 001 for you. And hit open. You do not need to select them all. Animate is going to show you that this file appears to be part of a sequence of images, and you're going to say yes, import all the images in a sequence. This may take some time, and it may look like nothing happened. However, if you scroll down to the bottom here, you can see that we're now on frame 175. So if you toggle left, you can see all of the frames. Now, the last thing we need to do is to put all of these on 2s. Press Shift and then click the very first frame to highlight them all. and then go to my last frame, and when I hover over the last frame's line, yellow line, it turns into a double arrow, and I'm going to click and drag this out until I see the tiniest times 2 symbol, and 175 times 2 should be 350. So you can see the tiniest times 2 symbol. So I'm going to let go there, and now I have everything on 2s. I'm going to rename my layer by double clicking on it, call it footage, and then lock this layer. All of my animation layers will be on the layers on top of it. And then remember, if you want to convert these, you want to double click on the top layer, right click, convert to frame by frame animation, and keyframe every other frame. All right, now you're good to draw. All right, thanks class.